Welcome to the stunning Asbury Hall Golf Club. In this video we're going to be talking about the coaching philosophies of Henrik Stenson's coach, Pete Cowan. You're watching Me and My Golf TV. Okay, so today you've just got myself. Andy is on a secret mission in Orlando doing some filming for a company. Can't tell you the details just yet, but you'll know something within the next month. And so today for myself, I had a very interesting day yesterday. I was able to go to the 2013 UK coaching conference at Harrogate, and Pete Cowan was the keynote speaker. And Pete Cowan, what pretty much classed as one of the best coaches in the world at the moment. So he's worked with Lee Westwood on and off for the years, Darren Clark, and Henrik Stenson this year. So Henrik Stenson has won $16 million in the last 6 months. So he's had a pretty good year. And interesting the work that they've done with Stenson, because Stenson kind of fell off the radar a few years ago, and it was because of a parasite. So a parasite had got into his body, and it drained him all his strength, and he lost a lot of muscle tone, and he became very weak. So it was very difficult for him to play good golf. He was sort of, not able to sort of be as consistent as he perhaps was before. So it's very interesting because this actually goes in with Pete Cowan's philosophy on the golf swing. So the main thing that Pete attributes his knowledge of the game and the golf swing on is the ability to understand the muscular structure. So how the muscles affect the swinging of the golf club. Now, because Henrik Stenson had lost all that muscle tone and that strength, he was finding it very difficult. He's having to manipulate the ball. So Pete Cowan believes that if you can put the muscles in the correct place around the body, that it becomes a lot easier to be consistent. You don't have to manipulate, so you don't have to stand there and get the hands working in order to get the golf ball in play. And he believes a strong percentage of the guys on tour actually do this. They are just very good at manipulating the club and getting the golf ball in play. And actually where the real winning comes is from 100 yards in. So you're chipping and you're putting. So let's go a little bit more about this, what Pete Cowan's beliefs are and his philosophies are. So he uses an analogy that the golf swing is like a car. So in the car, the main components, he would say, the first one would be the engine. Okay, so the engine in the golf swing would be the body. So that's what powers the golf swing. And then from there, you have the steering. So the steering for Pete Cowan would be the hands and the arms. Okay, so the link between the hands and the arms and the body would be the shoulders. So he would call this the transmission. Now, the shoulders for Pete Cowan are the most important part of the golf swing, and I kind of agree with him because they are going to link the arms and hands to the body. So if we think about what the hands do, the hands move in 4 directions. So there's 1 and 2, side to side, and then up and down. So that's 4 moves. The elbow just goes up and down like so, but the shoulder has a massive range of motion. So you need to understand how to control that range of motion. So a very simple test that Pete Cowan does is that he gets the arm up. I'll turn to camera 2 here as well. That you get the arm up to the side like so you've got a 90-degree angle, and then from there simply rotate it back. So what we're after is, can you get your forearm parallel to your spine angle? If you can do that, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to load your shoulder at the top of the backswing. So Pete will actually get his best players to do this, work at this movement here and actually ingrain this movement, and doing that without a golf club maybe to start with, and then from there getting into this position at the top, maybe where the elbow is pointing more down towards the hip. Now what that's going to do, it's going to load that shoulder correctly. So basically, if you can load the right shoulder correctly at the top of the backswing, it's going to make it a lot easier for the natural move from here to let the golf club drop down onto the plane. So yes, we know we get the turning and the moving of the body toward the target, but because the shoulder's loaded correctly, it makes it a lot easier to get the golf club coming down onto the plane, and you haven't got to use all this manipulation. So we often see maybe someone who slices the golf ball, we often see this position here where the golf club goes out of control because the shoulder goes out of control. And then from there, we often see this very steep downswing. Now, when Pete's dealing with players, it's often, they're elite players, so he's been on tour for 18 years. So he's seen the best players in the world. Now, generally the better players tend to get the club stuck underneath the plane here. So as soon as the club comes down underneath the plane, then they're having to use lots of manipulation. So it's very interesting that, that the shoulders for us are massive. We talk about the shoulders all the time in our coaching with setup. We often see people setting up like this, and we want to get the shoulders like this. But really important that you can load that shoulder correctly in the backswing. So as we've said previous, we often see elbow positions like this because the shoulder's in a bad position, or maybe we get into this flat shoulder plane here. So there are lots of funky positions out there, but I think it'd be a really good idea for you guys at home to practice in a mirror, getting the ability, maybe doing the test first, then from there getting the ability to train this movement here so that you can then load that shoulder. When you've done it without a golf club, get the golf club in there, and then from there practice that move. Now it gets quite heavy, so it's a little bit of a workout for you, but then from there, training this position here. Then hopefully you should get it back on plane. So Pete spoke about lots of things obviously as well, other than that, about the rotation of the arms and controlling that. But I think the main thing I wanted to get across to you guys in this video was the ability the fact that these things, the shoulders, are probably as important as anything in the golf swing. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Thumbs up for the new shoes maybe, very comfortable. And we look forward to seeing you soon on Me and My Golf TV.